5. Okay. Dreamcatcher.
Dreamcatcher.
These are, once again, you know, I say this often with real collectibles because that's what they are, but you could be in Vegas and, you know, see these in that famous, you know, beautiful jewelry boutique there. And this would be the highlight earring, you know, in the front window with the big light pouring down on it and the huge price tag. That's the look that you have created in turquoise in this Dreamcatcher design. And these, I just want to show you, have that more expensive Omega back styling on here on the post. So that way they're going to stay balanced in proportion. They're $10 off and they're available with 3 or 4 flex pays, but it's going to be a quick 3-minute special or sellout. Tell me about these.
I have loved these earrings. I bought the original of these earrings in New Mexico. And they're called Dreamcatcher, because that's basically what they are. They're American Indian look, and the detailing on them is great. Now, I love a sizable earring, but a heavy sizable earring is just not for me. Not for me. I can't wear it. These are light, and the best part of them is you put them on, and you won't know you're wearing them 12 hours later. What is important, this is part of the vintage collection.
Oh, sure.
Because you go back in the hippie culture of the 60s, and there was nothing bigger than Dreamcatcher turquoise and silver earrings done by Indians. These are done with, as you can see, the look of diamonds. Dreamcatchers were crafted by Native American Indians to attract dreams in its web. Good dreams would pass through the web, and bad dreams would be caught and evaporate in the morning light, so they'd never get to you. You'd never have a bad dream. And they've been shown in all sorts of beautiful jewelry. Now, I had to put a vintage-inspired Southwestern piece of jewelry in the show. You know, going back to Cher and Hollywood's biggest days and all of the sensational Southwestern looks, today, interestingly enough, it's hotter than ever. Hotter than ever. So Dreamcatcher pieces have been one of the biggest sellers in my collection. And I wanted to take my favorite pair of earrings that I have been wearing. I just love them.
And I
wear them all the time.
You think Dreamcatcher, you often think like a Southwestern look, right? You did this in a refined, very fine, high jewelry look with diamonds and that perfect flawless, that robin's egg blue, the coloring of, you know, the most sought after turquoise in that look.
And understand, vintage jewelry like this, the pieces tell a story.
Right.
And each piece is meant to make your outfit. So that's what this does.
They're going to sell out.
Makes your outfit. Yeah, I knew they would sell out. I love them. Everybody loves them.
Absolutely magical. 4850